I wanted to talk a little bit about NBC, the National Broadcasting Corporation that employs all of us. You know, NBC, folks, it's still a very successful network. I don't want to put them down, but let's face it, this network is not pulling in the kind of money that it used to.
No.
It just isn't. I mean, Seinfeld is off the air right now. George Clooney just left ER. We no longer have NFL football. And I looked into it. Revenues just aren't as high as they were last year. I mean, the money's just not there.
Right.
And, folks, that means budget cuts. And these cutbacks affect all the shows at NBC. But they especially affect low-budget shows like this one. Believe it or not, this is a low-budget show. I don't know how we do special effects like that, but somehow we pull it off. Well, anyway, we thought we'd take a few minutes right now to show you at home how these unfortunate NBC budget cuts have affected our show in a little segment we'd like to call How These Unfortunate NBC Budget Cuts Have Affected Our Show. I made my way through the graphics. All right, one thing we've had to cut back on a lot has been office supplies. Some of the items NBC employees have always taken for granted have been harder to find lately. If you don't believe me, take a look. Okay, so why don't you give me that number? 555-62. Man, the pen's not here. Yeah, can you hold on just 1 second? Great, thanks. Hey! It's a great pen. Smoker's always hogging it.
Yep.
You know, remember this, Andy? Birthdays used to be really fun around here at the office. We had some great birthday bashes. There was always plenty of cake and festivities. Usually even a clown or two would show up, all paid for by NBC. Well, since the budget cuts, we now depend on volunteers for all of our birthday entertainment. It's just not the same.
Happy birthday to you.
You know, most of us were really upset, but Max announced 2 birthdays in 1 month. I found very suspect. Most of our viewers don't know, on the subject of Maxwell, I call him Maxwell because we're friends, most of our viewers don't know that Max's drums are actually rented. So now we can't afford them every day, and last week Max had to improvise during our show's opening theme, and I thought it just wasn't quite the same. Take a look. Maybe that's better. Let's make the new guy do that.
Yeah.
For the first week.
I would say he's got pretty good pitch for his bits.
Yeah. It's quite nice. Now, folks, obviously Andy here is a very essential part of our show, but unfortunately, because of transportation costs, we now can't afford to have him here 5 nights a week anymore. It's just not feasible. He's quite expensive. That's why on Tuesdays, Andy now does the show from home by speakerphone. I thought this was going to be just as good. It turns out people aren't happy with the results. Take a look.
Basically, my book is both a personal catharsis and a richly textured post-hypnotic memoir.
What did he say?
He said that his book is... Look, just forget it, Andy, okay? It's unimportant.
It sounded like a bunch of crap to me.
Andy, come on.
What's he look like?
He has a beard and a tweed sports coat.
Sounds like standard issue nerd. Hey, buddy, I got something richly textured for you. Listen to this.
Hey, come on, no, sir, just please stay. Why? Why do you do that?
I can't stand them eggheads.
And you're always in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, folks, we've always tried very hard to make the guests on our show as comfortable as possible. And we used to have some of the nicest guest dressing rooms around. I think the best guest dressing rooms in show business.
Plush.
Well, folks, since the cutbacks, we've had to rent out part of those dressing rooms to non-guests just to help us pay the bills. And if you don't believe me, check in right now on Martin Short's dressing room. Why is he grinning insanely? He's the happiest guest in the world. Oh, and finally, folks, as you probably have noticed, we've always had advertisers offering us money to promote their products on the air, and we've always felt we're not going to do that. You know, we always felt that such product placement would cheapen the show. Well, since we're scrambling for cash right now, we can't always afford to say no, and we've made a few changes in that area. See for yourself. I don't know, I guess I had a pretty regular weekend. Didn't do all that much. How about you, Andy?
I saw a movie, you know, it's pretty good, but that's about it.
Sounds okay. How about you, Max? How was your weekend?
Well, I went rollerblading. It was great.
Rollerblading.
I dare you, wear that one night on the road with the E Street Band. Just in one city. Shouldn't he do that? Wouldn't that be fun? Just wear it the whole night.
You got it, Conan.
Good, he just promised us.
Yes.
He's screwed. All right. We're going to take a break right now, folks. Stick around. Amazing show. We got more cats from the Cat Show. But more importantly, one of the funniest guys out there, Martin Short, is on the program.